Hi, I'm Melissa, and I'm a crypto investor. I use several exchanges actively to buy, sell, and trade crypto. But so far, of all the platforms that I've used, Shakepay is by far the easiest app that I have personally come across in order to buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you are brand new to crypto, I highly recommend Shakepay because you can buy and sell these cryptocurrencies instantly with the touch of a few buttons on your phone, and you can easily cash out your profits to the bank if you choose to do so. If you sign up for Shakepay with the link below in the description, you will get $30 for free as soon as you buy $100 worth of Bitcoin or Ethereum. I'm going to go over the key functions that you need to know in order to use Shakepay most effectively. We're going to go over how to set up an account, add funds, buy and sell Bitcoin and Ethereum, how to track your profits, how to send Bitcoin and Ethereum to other wallet addresses and exchanges, and also how you can profit from getting referrals and what to do if there is a delay in getting your referral reward. Let's dive in. When you sign up for Shakepay, you will have to provide your ID as part of the verification process. Usually the verification is quick and it takes maybe less than 15 minutes or so, but sometimes when the price of Bitcoin goes up like crazy or Ethereum goes up a lot, it makes the network really busy, and some people might take a couple of days or more than a week to get verified. But if this happens, just contact the support staff and they should be able to help you out. You can ask them what the status of your verification is. It's worth it to be patient with this because, again, Shakepay is so user-friendly. I use it often to cash out any profits and to easily monitor the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum on my phone and the value of my investments. So when you log into Shakepay, I'm using the desktop version, you will have different wallets here. So I have a Bitcoin wallet, an Ethereum wallet, and you can see the Canadian funds over here. You can see the transaction history of everything that's been bought and sold and deposited in your Shakepay account. And when you have Shakepay, you can start earning some passive income just by referring people with your own unique Shakepay link. So every time someone signs up on your link over here, you will get $30 whenever they buy $100 worth of digital currency. Now, there's sometimes where the rewards might be delayed, and if you notice this, I will go over later in the video on what to do in case there's a delay in receiving your reward. Because when they sign up on your link, you would both get $30. If it doesn't happen within a few days, there's a process that you can do in order to ensure that you both get the reward. Now, the next step, once your account is set up and verified, first, I highly recommend that you set up two-factor authentication. It just makes your account more secure. To make your account really secure for any crypto accounts, and not just crypto in general, I really recommend you do long passwords, long and complex passwords, because anytime someone can get a hold of your funds or your keys, then they could just cash it out and send it wherever. So it's really important you can set up two-factor authentication. And what that means is on your phone app, just download Google Authenticator, and then it will keep having dynamic passwords that tie to your Shakepay. So the first step is to download Google Authenticator. It's a free phone app. And then you will scan a QR code, and the Shakepay steps will guide you through this process. And once your account is set up with Shakepay, every time you log in on your computer and you set up the Google Authenticator or a text message login, then you'll have no problems signing in from there. All of these layers of security is really important to practice with cryptocurrency. All right, so as we go through the page, it's good for you to know what your profile name is. So everyone's going to have a unique username, and this is important when I show you later how to send your cryptocurrency to another wallet. So let's say I want to send some crypto, like $20 worth of Bitcoin to a friend or $100 worth of Ethereum to someone else. All I need is their username on Shakepay, and later I'll go through how to do that as well. And anytime you want to cash out, you are going to have a unique e-transfer security answer. So when you get an e-transfer from someone and they have a password, they need to tell you what that password is in order for you to deposit it. So with Shakepay, you just have to copy this security answer in order for you to cash out your profits. Okay, so we'll go over first how to add funds. So once your account is set up and verified, the cheapest way for you to add funds is to do an e-interact transfer. So let's say you go to your bank, all you have to do is send an e-interact transfer to this email address. If your bank asks for a name, I simply put Shakepay as part of the name. And what's more important is that you copy exactly this email address. The security question will be whatever they provide you for Shakepay, and copy the security answer. So if you want to start with $100, and I recommend starting with $100 just because you get $30 for free, start with $100 and then send it. And then within a couple minutes or however long it takes, you're going to see that $100 show up in your Canadian funds. So once it's there, you will buy Bitcoin or buy Ethereum with those funds. What I love about cryptocurrency is, unlike stocks, you can buy fractions of a cryptocurrency coin. So for example, if you're buying a stock and something is a $100 stock, $5 stock, or $2,000, whatever it might be, you need to buy a full stock. But with cryptocurrency, you can buy fractions of a coin. And I think a lot of people think that, oh my gosh, I don't have $50,000 US to buy a Bitcoin. You can buy $10 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. You can buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. Whatever your budget, that's what I love about cryptocurrency, is that you can buy as much cryptocurrency as you can afford. And it's a really cool experience to own your first cryptocurrency. Once you learn how to invest in it, cash out, and monitor, it's really fun. And then once you get familiar with it, with the tools of Shakepay, and as you get into other exchanges, you will be able to put more money in when you can afford it, and then be able to get more familiar with the platforms. So again, as a safe practice, just like stocks and investing, do not invest any money that you can't afford to lose. Cryptocurrency is risky. However, Bitcoin and Ethereum are safer if you want to start, because they're going to be around for a long time. They're growing at a steady pace, and for the foreseeable future, over the coming years, they are forecasted to grow. It's more risky to go into smaller coins. So now we'll get into how to buy and sell your first Bitcoin and or Ethereum. So because you can buy fractions, you're going to need to learn how to convert the appropriate amount. So if you want to buy, let's say $100 worth of Bitcoin, I don't have any Canadian funds, but let's say you had $100 in Canadian dollars, you would put from Canadian dollars to Bitcoin to buy it. So let's say you want to buy $100 worth of Bitcoin. What is that? All you would do is, I actually just simply bookmark this converter, and then you would say, well, what's $100 worth of Bitcoin? So it's this much, 0.0014. I'll go back here and say 0.0014. Okay, so this obviously won't work right now, but this is how you would convert it. You would convert the appropriate amount and then continue. So that's how you buy and sell, or so that's how you buy. If you wanted to buy Ethereum, you would say from Canadian dollars to Ethereum. Oh, sorry, from Canadian dollars to Ethereum. How much Ethereum do you want to buy? Well, I want to buy $200 worth of Ethereum. Again, I just bookmarked this converter, Ethereum, Ether. There we go. I want to buy $200. It's 0.083 Ether. So this is how much I'd want to buy, for example. Again, invalid because I don't have any funds in there, but that's how you would buy. You would follow this process. Now, if you wanted to sell, if I want to sell my Bitcoin, I would sell from Bitcoin to Canadian dollars. Okay, how much Bitcoin do I want to sell? Let's say I wanted to sell like $300. I actually have to play around with the numbers, or you can use the converter. So how much I want to sell and get $300 worth of Canadian currency back. So I want $300 back. So you're going to sell 0.0043 worth of Bitcoin. See, and then that's about 300 Canadian. You would continue. And then once you confirm this process, the Canadian dollars will go back in your Canadian wallet, and you're going to see that in your funds. Let's say I want to sell $500 worth of my Ethereum. So I want to go from Ethereum to Canadian dollars. Okay, well, what's $500 worth of Ethereum? Well, let's go here to Ether and see $500 worth of Ethereum, 0.21 Ethereum. I'm going to copy that. See, it's about $500 Canadian. Continue. Once you confirm this process, you go back to your wallets, and all of those transactions will show up in the Canadian funds, and it will show up in your transaction history. And again, you can always go back and download this history. That's basically how you buy and sell. Now, what's great is in the phone, I'm going to show you next how you can automatically sell a portion of your profits in case you want to, if you want to do it while you sleep. So next, I'm going to show you how to automatically buy and sell Ethereum either at lower price targets or higher price targets. So the advantage of this is if you want to wait for Bitcoin or Ethereum to drop before you buy, you can set those automatic buy targets. However, if you want to automatically cash out when the prices hit a certain level, like if you think that maybe next week it's going to go up a few $1,000s in price, when it hits that target, you can automatically sell it to tell Shakepay, okay, if Bitcoin hits $75,000 Canadian, I want to cash out $300 worth of profit. And if the price target hits at 3 in the morning while you're sleeping, or even in the daytime while you're running errands, Shakepay will automatically execute that for you, so that you might just roll up on your phone and say, oh, now I got $300 now because it hit that price target. You do not have to be like a day trader who's on the computer at 2 in the morning, sitting on your, or even staring at your phone all day and all night. This is what the beauty of automatic buying and selling is learning how to use these tools, setting your targets, or some people just buy and hold. If you don't want to sell, that's fine. You can just simply buy and hold it, let it go up as much as you want. There might be corrections, 30, 40% more anytime, just so you know, but it's up to you what you want to do. However, for me personally, when it hits a major target, or I think it's going to hit a major target, I'll set the automatic sell, and then I will indicate how much profit I want it to automatically cash out, so I don't have to live and stare at my phone all the time. So that's what is going to be important for you to know. In order to automatically sell Bitcoin or Ethereum at a trigger price, first you go into your phone, and then you'll click on this icon here. Next, it will take you to this page, and you will select limit orders. So as you can see, I actually already have a trigger price. So what this means, I have an auto sell order. If Bitcoin hits 75,600 Canadian, I want Shakepay to sell 0.0067 worth of Bitcoin, which is about $500. So this is a currently active order because Bitcoin has not yet hit that price, so we can see it here. If you ever change your mind and you want to delete this order, as long as it doesn't execute, you will simply tap on the sell order and click delete order. That's it. If you want to create a new automatic sell order, you will create a sell order, and it will take you to this page. So let's say we want to sell a portion of Bitcoin if it hits a certain price. Shakepay will ask you what is the lowest price you would like to sell BTC at. And then let's say your target price is $75,000 Canadian. The current price is $69,657.36. So only when Bitcoin reaches 75,000 Canadian will it sell to your preferred amount. Next, Once it hits the price, Shakepay will ask you how much Bitcoin do you want to sell? And then this is where you choose any amount you want. So let's say you want to receive $300 of profit when Bitcoin hits $75,000. So $300 is 0.004 Bitcoin at the current levels. And you can use the converter, or sometimes I just play with the numbers. After that, you will simply click confirm sell order, and that's how you create automatic sale. Again, this is a great practice. If you're doing errands, if you're a busy parent or just a busy person, you do not have to constantly watch your phone or your computer. Just let the machine work for you, let the machine sell for you. You can also create an automatic buy order. So what this means that if Bitcoin or Ethereum drops at a certain price, maybe you want to buy it, of course, when it's at a lower price. If you want to buy $100 worth or $200 worth, it's up to you. But you can ask Shakepay to automatically buy it for you at a particular trigger price. So again, if you go back to your phone app, you click on this icon. It will take you here. You select limit orders again. And this time you're going to create a buy order. So let's use Ethereum this time. Select Ethereum. And right now, Ethereum is sitting at $2,500.35. So if you think Ethereum might drop to, let's say, $2,000, then Shakepay will ask you, what is the highest price you would buy Ethereum at? You put 2,000. Click next. And it'll ask you how much in Canadian dollars of Ethereum do you want to buy if it hits that $2,000 mark. So let's say you want to buy $500 worth of Ethereum at the $2,000 price. You'll have to make sure that you have enough funds in your Canadian, in the Canadian funds wallet in Shakepay. So you put $500 here, and then when you set the trigger price to 2,000, you will receive about 0.25 ETH. Next, you click confirm buy order, and that's it. That's how you create a buy order. So I personally don't use this a lot right now, but again, it's a good practice if you just don't want to be glued to your phone and computer and you just want to buy at the dips for Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you want to send money back to your bank account, all you have to do is click send, choose e-interact transfer, and then you type in the amount that you want to send back to the bank. So let's say you want to send back $100, you'll put that in and then simply click send. And then you will get an email from Shakepay to the email address where you created this account. And if you're sending it on your phone, you will simply click on the Canadian funds, press send, and then choose the option e-interact cash out to the bank. And that's pretty much it. Once you send money from Shakepay to your email address, you will go into the email and you will get something that looks like this. It will tell you the amount that you want to deposit. And then you click on the bank where you want to send the money to. And in order to find out the password, in order to make the deposit, you simply click on the settings icon at the bottom right of your Shakepay app. And then you copy that password into your bank, and that's how you deposit the money into your bank account. When you're invested in cryptocurrencies, it's really important to understand how to send crypto to another wallet and also receive them. So if you think about it, every person who has a Shakepay account has a wallet address. So think about it, it's like an email for crypto. Every wallet will have its own unique address, and the address is a line of numbers and letters. So your Bitcoin wallet address will be different than your Ethereum address. And if I want to send Bitcoin to someone else, I will have to get their address if I want to send some money over. So how do we do that? First, to find out your address, let's say someone wanted to send you some funds. They will need to know what your Bitcoin wallet address. So you simply click on add funds, select Bitcoin, and then you will give them this code, and you're going to have, again, a string of letters and numbers. So you can copy it or send it to the person, or you can send them a picture of this QR code, and then they can take their phone and then scan your QR code in order to get the exact address to send Bitcoin. It's really, really important that there's absolutely no errors, with this address. I've never had any problems because you should never manually type in the address. Always copy it within Shakepay or simply put the QR code. And when the QR code and when the address goes into the recipient, I just check the first 3 letters like 3NQ or 991I, whatever it might be. And then all I have to do is make sure that the beginning and the end are exactly the same as what you see. And then that will make sure that there's no problems. So depending on how busy the Bitcoin network is, it might take only a couple minutes for the Bitcoin to arrive to the recipient. If it's really busy, it might take, sometimes more than an hour. It depends. Bitcoin is a little bit slower, but don't worry if the person who's supposed to receive the Bitcoin doesn't see it for some time. You will get an email confirmation when the Bitcoin has arrived into your account or into their account. They will always receive an email confirmation. So it's really important to understand that. So if you don't put the correct address, then the funds will be lost. So that's why it's very important to make sure that it is correct. If I want to send Ethereum to someone, I'll go into my Shakepay app. I'll click on this icon. Now, if you're sending to someone with a Shakepay account, all you need is their username, and you would put @ and whatever their username is. In order for them to find out what the username is, all they have to do is go to their settings icon over here on their phone app, and then when they click it, they will be able to see what their handle is. So I could say @CheeseFest and enter it in the box, or if they're not on Shakepay and they have a specific Ethereum address, then you would enter that in here. And you can click on these icons. If there's a QR code, then you would click on these icons and they will give you an option to scan their QR code so that the address is exactly correct. And again, there can be no mistakes. If you try to send Ethereum to a Bitcoin address, you will lose your funds. That's why it's important to make sure that Bitcoins are sent to Bitcoin addresses only. Ethereum is only sent to Ethereum addresses only. So once you select the recipient, you will select Ethereum because I want to send Ethereum to someone @CheeseFest. Next, you will enter how much Ethereum you want to send them. So this is about $100. And I know this again because I use the Google converter. Do not select maximum unless you want to send them your entire Ethereum. So I don't want to send them an entire Ethereum. I want to send them, let's say, $100 worth of Ethereum, which is 0.041. Then you click continue. And then from there, oh, that was a mistake. And then from there, you click confirm. And then you will get a record and an email to say you sent 0.041 Ethereum from Shakepay so that you have a record of it. And then the recipient will receive an email saying that they have received that amount of Ethereum. And that's how you send Ethereum or Bitcoin to someone else. Now, if you want to send Bitcoin or Ethereum to another exchange like Binance or whatever else you're using because you want to convert those to buy some alternative coins, then you would take your Binance wallet address, enter it here, and then select the appropriate cryptocurrency that you want to send. And that's all you have to do. I would test smaller amounts first, like $5 or $10, just to make sure that you are doing it correctly, because you don't want to send like $1,000 and then make a mistake just by learning how to do this. So send really small amounts first to test it. And then once you're comfortable with this process, then you can send larger amounts. A lot of people ask me, how do I know when I'm at profit? Because the Bitcoin price is always changing. So if you are buying cryptocurrency for the very first time, I really recommend you use really easy amounts. Doesn't matter if it's $10, $100, or $1,000, whatever it might be, do it in those kind of increments because it's going to be really easy for you to see, did $10 turn to $15? Did $100 turn to $200? Because you know what your principal amount is. I always make note on an Excel sheet what my principal was. So I had initial $1,000 investment. If $1,000 drops to $700 in terms of the value, then I know that, okay, I'm down 300, that's fine, I'll wait it out. But if my 1,000 turns to 1,250, then my profit is $250. So what causes the price to move up and down, and how do you know if you're at profit or not? Like I said, simply start with a very even number that's easy to track, whether you're up and down, and also make note of what price you bought Bitcoin at. Did you buy Bitcoin at $20,000, $40,000, $34,000? Because your value is going to move proportionately to what price you bought it at, right? So that's why people became millionaires, because the ones who bought it and have been accumulating Bitcoin, like when it was $3,000, $8,000 over the last 3 years, when the price shot up, all of that Bitcoin just rose in value. But if you're buying, I bought kind of late. So I bought it at $23,000 all the way till $35,000 worth of Bitcoin. Sorry, I didn't buy $35,000 worth of Bitcoin. I mean, I bought it when it was those prices. So just like stocks, it will move proportionately depending on the price that you bought at, right? So if you bought an Amazon stock at $1,000, way back when it was worth, maybe a couple dollars or whatever it might be a long time ago. That's why people who held Amazon stock when it was really low became really rich if they held on to it or they had massive gains. So the price of your portfolio moves proportionately to Bitcoin. So how do you calculate that? Let's take an easy number. Bitcoin, it moves from $10,000 per Bitcoin to $20,000 per Bitcoin. So that is 100% gain. So your investment will move proportionally. So if you put, let's say your investment was these amounts when Bitcoin was $10,000. So your $100 becomes $200. 1,000 becomes 2,000. 5,000 becomes 10,000. Okay, so how do you calculate that? Let's start with, again, an easy number. So 20,000 divided by 10,000, it moved up. It's twice as much. I know you can calculate that in your head, but this is the same formula for any other amount. Let's say Bitcoin moved from $10,000 to $45,000. How many times increase is that? What do? 45,000 divided by 10,000. So it went up 4.5 times. So if you put $100 when Bitcoin was $10,000, it goes up 4.5 times. Your $100 becomes $450. Your $1,000 becomes $4,500. Your $5,000 becomes $22,500. This is why people can make crazy money at the right time. Again, crypto is risky. In the bull market, that's why it's important for you to learn how to keep your account secure, how to buy and sell at the right time, set up auto sells when you hit price targets. Because again, for the exact same amount of effort, you could be making thousands of dollars with a couple taps on your phone, depending how much you want to risk. Again, like I said before, do never put more than you're willing to lose. So if you have for fun money, don't use money that you need to pay your bills with or your mortgage, whatever it might be. However, if you've got money sitting around and you know that, or you think that Bitcoin will likely double in price or just go on an increase, then you can put the appropriate amounts that you're comfortable with. Once it goes up, reaches a certain target, you can cash out the profit or just cash out the whole thing. It's totally up to you. I personally am cashing out profits right now. Let's say once it hits my target, I might cash out anywhere from 10 to 30% profits right now. And yeah, so this is how you calculate how many times your portfolio has increased. So you can apply this no matter what price Bitcoin moves. And that way you kind of know, okay, if I put this much, this is how much I would get back. So once you get comfortable with these calculations and numbers, that way you can monitor your portfolio better. All right, let's say you shared your referral and you had 3 people sign up with your referral code and they bought $100 worth of cryptocurrency. And after a couple of days, maybe you and your friends didn't receive the $30 reward. So the easiest way to resolve this is send them this link. This is shakepay.com and add referral. they will log into their Shakepay and make sure that they put your username, the and whatever your username is. Again, to find out what your username is, you go to the settings icon at the bottom right of your phone, and then they will enter that. And this is the quickest way that Shakepay will make sure that you both get your referral reward. I believe you have 30 days to do this. So if after a few days, you know that they bought their $100 worth of crypto and they don't see the reward, just do this process and tell them how to do this. Now, one thing that's really fun for you to know is once you refer just one person, no matter who it is, you can get free Bitcoin cents called Satoshis. So what this means is after someone uses your referral link and they get their $100 worth of crypto, you'll open your Shakepay app. Once you're in, you literally shake your phone like this until you get free Satoshis. I'm just waiting. And you earned this much Bitcoin. You'll get a notification like this. So I got 280 Satoshis. Basically, these are like Bitcoin cents. It might not seem like a lot, like, oh, I got 25 cents worth of Bitcoin. But you know what? When you keep doing this every day, that's, that could actually add up to a couple $100 that will accumulate in value. So again, free money, I'm all for it. It will all add up. And those cents, those Bitcoin cents will add up, because even if it's like 25, 30 cents, like that's dollars in Bitcoin, and Bitcoin will keep appreciating, at least for the foreseeable future. There can always be corrections, there can always be a crash, but again, it's free Bitcoin. Literally shake every day. I put my alarm in the morning to make sure that I shake my phone every day, and then you just get a cumulative amount of Bitcoin cents. So that's something fun to do. Again, once you refer one person, you can get this benefit. Start shaking your phone with the app open every day. That's it for me. That's everything that you need to know about Shakepay, and feel free to reach out to me anytime you have any questions, and please use my referral links below if you haven't signed up for Shakepay already, and then hopefully you can start referring other people so that you can both get free money.